I normally don't drive 7 hours round trip to buy dirt bikes, but I've been looking for an '82 RM250 for a long time, and this was my first opportunity to get one. The seller was asking $1,000, but after identifying too many issues, I wasn't willing to pay it. So, I gave him my best offer of $700, and he accepted. I am so stoked. This is a true barn find, as in, it really did come out of a farmer's barn. Now, let's zoom in and see what I'm really dealing with here. The coolant's a little low and murky, but I haven't seen any signs of it leaking. The owner said the bike lost compression and quit running. The corrosion between the head and cylinder is a good sign of a blown head gasket. It was likely leaking coolant around here. Missing the rear brake cable. The rear shock is blown, but that full floater linkage is working great. The front brakes are shot. There's a sizable dent in the exhaust. On the upside, look at the frame rails. Not a dent. And the bottom of the engine shows no sign of leaking oil. I really can't believe how good it looks. On the downside, it's a bit of a Frankenstein. The tank is correct, but I think the seat and the rear fender came from an 85 or 86 model. Definitely not right. As advertised, no compression. And it's a bit of a pogo stick. A real spring jalopy. It sure is pretty. Ugly. But I can see the beautiful machine she'll be when I'm done with her. There's definitely been antifreeze leaking out around the head. There's a strap missing around the shock reservoir. On the upside, the chain and sprockets look pretty good. The swing arm bushings, wheel bearings, and shock linkage all feel nice and tight. As with the front, the back brakes are worn out. The wheel has a pretty good wobble. You can see it if you watch the top of the tire. The oil cap is stripped. And someone put thread tape around it. Oh, now it fits tight. That was a quick fix. The steering stem bearings in the headset are junk. If I had to guess, I'd say the fork boots are original. And as you can see, they're in really good condition. The stanchion tubes look good. The radiator guards look original, and they're in really good condition too. All in all, it's got some good things going for it. But the list of repairs is a mile long, and I haven't even torn into it yet. Part 2 will be a complete teardown and parts assessment, and I can't wait to get started. If you made it this far, hit the like, that shit's greatly appreciated. Or feel free to subscribe. That shit's regarded on the highest level. Thanks for watching.